Hello, it's Jenny here from stampinmoments.blogspot.com, and today's project is this cute basket that I'm going to show you with some new celebration items. If you noticed in the celebration catalogue, it says watch out for another set of special celebration items coming the 16th of February. Well, because I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I was allowed to pre-order. So this is the new little catalogue that will be sent out if you've ordered from me within the last 3 months. And I wanted to show you on this video this bundle that you can get free with a £90 purchase. It's something new that Stampin' Up are doing. Okay, so there's lots of different things coming your way. The bundle is this lovely stamp set. Okay, so you get the lovely basket of flowers, the sentiments and the little butterfly. And in the bundle you also get, for spending £90, is this lovely basket weave dynamic embossing folder. So it's the thick one, so you only need one clear embossing plate, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's such a deep impression. So I've used it on these cards and on the sides of the basket. Now if I just take this to one side, I can show you the products that I've used. So to make the basket then, I used the Lots of Love box framelits. So you just need this one for the basket. Okay, so you need to cut 4 of them. So I've used crumb cake for this basket. Alright, and then the other one I've used the basic grey. So you need to cut 4 of these. So once you've cut them, you need to then score all 4 of them at ½ inch along the bottom edge, so the opposite edge to the flap. Okay, so you need to do that to all 4. Now 2 of them you need to trim away the side tabs, so you can do that either with your cutter or a pair of scissors like what I'm doing. So just follow the score line and trim along and cut off this 2 side tabs. Alright, so that's one. Alright, so that's 2 of those. So leave them to one side, put them in the bin. And then the other 2 pieces, we're going to trim off the corner tabs on the top and the bottom. Alright, so this was the extra score line that I did on my trimmer. Just use my scoring tool. So trim them off, and we don't need the top tabs either. So trim them off and do that to the other one as well. Alright, so you're going to have 2 pieces like that and 2 pieces like that. Okay, so you need some double-sided tape. Just get here, and I'm just using a 1/4 inch one. So on the 2 pieces that you've got the 3 tabs left, you just need them on the 2 sides and the bottom tab, and that's the one we scored. And then the other two pieces that we trimmed off the side tabs, you just need it on the bottom section. Okay. And then to cover the actual sides of the basket, I cut 4 pieces, and this is 4 1/8 by 2 3/4, or 10.5 centimeters by 7, and I've put double-sided tape on them. I've run them through with a dynamic basket weave embossing folder. And this is obviously in the crumb cake to match. So you're going to add them panels in the center of the 4 basket sides. You could use fast fuse if you want to, but I'd already put the double-sided tape on. So just making sure you don't go over the score lines, keep in the center. So do that to all 4 sides. Nearly there. It's lovely, isn't it? Really, really deep impression. All right, so now we're going to join them together. So you're going to take one with the 3 tabs, and you're going to join one without the tab, so that's going to go on the top, and then another one with the 3 underneath, and then this one's going to go on top, so you'll end up with a 4 panel. So just do it slowly, so one at a time. So take the tape off, and then just make sure you line up the score lines at the top here, and don't go over the score lines in the middle of the box, because it won't be a straight box otherwise. All right, and then the last panel. Okay, so that's your actual basket. Now I wanted to have the top flaps folded down, and I wanted them to protrude a little bit, so I've put a couple of 3 little 3D foam pads, dimensionals, on the inside of the flaps. So do that, and then we're going to stick them down. Whoops. Those 3D dimensional backings get everywhere, don't they? Normally in my dog's beard. Alright, so bring them down. Just makes it look a bit different, so it's not flat. Okay, so then we're coming together. So you need to get your bone folder, and we're going to score along all the score lines really well, and then we'll get a nice crisp box and do the bottom tabs. Only cut one of these box panels at a time, because I tried to cut my work in half by cutting 2, and then these lines here, the score lines, they actually crack and open. So to put the basket together, so bring the side in with the double-sided tape, take the tape off, and then making sure the top is lined up. All right, so then that's your basket. Now we've got to just do the bottom piece. So for the bottom piece, you need an extra piece of 3 inches by 3 inches in the crumb cake, or whatever you're choosing, and or that's 7.6 centimeters by 7.6, and then an embossed piece with the same basket weave, which is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, or 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters. It just makes the bottom of the basket sturdy. So put double-sided tape or fast fuse on the bottom. You can just center that up. All right, and then if you lay down the bottom of the basket and take the double-sided tape off, the 2 opposite ones. Ooh, can't get it. and then just lay your corners down so they're not hanging over each other. Put your finger underneath. Alright, then you can take the other piece of double-sided tape off. Okay, and then this piece is going to go on top, and that gives you your base. Alright, so you can turn it upside down and put your bone folder in, make sure all the corners are all put together. And then to do the handle, I just had a strip of the same length of the cardstock. So if you're 11 inches, you would do 11 inches by 3/4 of an inch, but this is the length of A4 by 2 centimeters, and I'm just going to join two together to make it a bit more sturdier. Alright, so just run some double-sided tape down the center and join them together. Alright, and then all I did is just run them through my hand just to give it a bit of a curve. Alright, and then I just put a little bit of double-sided tape about 1 inch high, and I glued them on the inside of the basket. Alright, like that. And then you can just decorate the front how you wish. So all I did, I just stamped the basket twice. I coloured them in with the Stampin blends. So I used the Daffodil Delight and the dark crumb cake and the old olive for this one, and this one I used the Calypso Coral Stampin blends. And then for the little sentiment, I stamped on a piece of Whisper White with the just for you. I just used just the for you piece and punched it out with the 1 1/4 circle punch, and then I layered it up with the new 1 3/4 scallop circle punch. I'm just so pleased we've got these back in. Really miss the scallop circles, and that's in the spring catalogue. And then for this one I just added made a card like that. I'll put all the measurements on my blog. And for this one I just added a card using actually one of the free celebration cards that is another gift, and some of the smoky slate taffeta, not taffeta, gingham ribbon. I just added a bow on the ends of the handles for that one. Okay, so I hope you like my project. Thank you for looking. Bye.